What's up, y'all? Hey, babe.
Hello.
She's being subtle right now.
Just my southern roots.
Well, all right. So, okay. We're back, y'all.
Hey, now.
Well, there you go. Well, for another episode of Melanated Thought, where we talk about things that affect the black community, and we got a doozy today. I am Reggie O.
And I am Mimi the Lady Parker.
Oh, yeah. She had to put that park on her, didn't she?
See my new necklace.
Hey, man. Hey. When we go live, you can show it to him. And what, as usual, what a lovely lady she is. Come on.
Wow.
Damn, that's all late.
I know, right? Production.
I know, man. I know. We need to fire him. But anyway, today we are going to be talking about this right here. Let me put the splash screen back up. Symbolic gestures versus tangible benefits. Don't fall for the banana in the tailpipe.
Yeah, this might be a good one because you and I have different views on this title, on this subject matter.
Well, not really. We just have a different perspective looking at them. That's pretty much all of this. But, you know, we'll get into it later on down the line.
So it might be might want to stay tuned because it might be some finger pointing and some raised voices. And some,
I don't think it's going to be that bad, but, you know.
I'll get ready to call in because I would like to see everybody's different perspective on this
I would love to see that myself. You know, if
but
anybody
hear it. I can't see it, but I love to hear it.
Oh yeah, I would love to hear some of those too, as well.
Absolutely.
But as usual, you know, we are here to inform everybody what's going on and keep everybody abreast of what's happening inside this thing we call life. Because you know it is not an easy thing. You know, life doesn't come with a manual. People don't know that though. So we are here to at least make it better and educate our black family, our foundational black American family, to keep them abreast of what's going on and go from there.
That's right.
Anyway, let's get this music cracking. I got a good one. But while the music is playing, babe, how was your week?
You know, this is a very good week. We made 1 month married on
Hey,
Tuesday, the 22nd.
hey.
God is good all the time. All the time, God is good.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed.
55 million more.
Oh, yeah,
go.
of course, man.
Another work week. Thank God I got a job, but it was just a work week.
Nothing exciting happened?
No.
Oh.
Beautiful sunshine week, though, really.
You know what?
Very nice weather.
You know what? We have had very nice weather. It's a nice day outside right now.
Beautiful day yesterday. We got out a little bit yesterday.
Yeah.
I hung out in the ranch and did some things with my sister yesterday. Then you and I wrapped it up and went out last night. So.
Of course.
Very good so far. So far, so good. Looking for many more
and just
days like this.
Oh, yeah.
Hopefully it won't be so hot this summer, but this is Texas.
Yeah, it's Texas, man.
So you never know.
North Texas is that. Not just Texas, but North Texas. And it gets hot out here.
So how was your week, darling?
Pretty much the same. I mean, you know, nothing really exciting happened. You know, we're just another work week. We got more and more people coming into the office, but, you know, that's to be expected. But as that goes on, that's about it. Nothing really to talk about, brag about, bitch about, none of that. You know, just another week.
Glad to still be here.
Oh, yeah, glad to still be here. No doubt about it. Better than the alternative.
Melanated thoughts.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. So, without further ado, let's go ahead and get to the books.
Yes, sir.
Okay, books everybody should read. Every black person should read at least once in their lifetime. I got some pretty good ones, and this one right here, I should have mentioned this a while back, but I didn't. It's called How to Be an Anti-Racist by Ibram X. Kendi. He has 2 books up here that I got, you know. But this book right here is pretty much, the title says it all. How to be an anti-racist. In other words, how not to be a racist. But as black people, you already know we're not racist anyway. We prejudiced as hell, but we're not racist. You know, because racism is more of a power thing. We don't have any power, so we can't be racist. We can be prejudiced as hell, but racist, nah. And I challenge anybody to prove me wrong. But anyway, this is a good book. It's a really quick read, man. It's about a little over 200 pages, so you'll get through it pretty quick in about a week or two, depending on how fast you read. If you're anything like me, you devour books, and so you'll finish it in a couple of days. But this one is pretty good book. I would suggest anybody read that. And this next book kind of goes in line with the subject matter of today. It's called Intersectionality by Patricia Hill Collins and Surma Blige. Well, Bilge. I don't want to mispronounce the name. But anyway, for those of you who don't know what intersectionality is, that's just another way of saying interracial marriages and interracial relationships. That's pretty much what that is. If you're an intersectionalist, that means you have no problems with dating outside your race or anyone else dating outside your race. Now, me personally, I have dated outside my race, and I don't have anything against anybody dating whoever the hell they want to date. That's your business. I don't care. But this book kind of like breaks it down, the philosophy behind it and why people do it and all that good stuff. Pretty good book, though. Pretty good little read. It's another short read, so definitely check it out. This is an interesting book. And if you can get this book, man, for a cheaper price, because this book cost me $45. It's called Racism Without Races by Eduardo Bonilla Silva. And it's in the 6th printing already, and the caption on the book is Colorblind Racism and the Persistence of Racial Inequality in America. Now, this book basically talks about institutionalized racism, the hidden racism. That's pretty much what this book talks about. And and me being a black man, I know I've experienced it, and I'm quite sure you as a black woman has experienced it as well.
Per se.
Of course, we all have. If you're black and in the workforce, you've experienced hidden racism and institutionalized racism, because it's real subtle, but it's there. So this book definitely talks about that. Good read, really good read. And like I said, this book cost me $45 in paperback, not the hardback. The paperback's gonna cost you about $60. I mean, a hardback's gonna cost you about $60.
And it's in the 6th print. Well, somebody's reading.
Yeah, somebody's reading this in the 6th printing, man. So this is the 6th edition right here. This is the one that I have. So yeah, good read though. And another book by Ibram Kendi is called Stand from the Beginning: The Definitive History of Racist Ideas in America. And this pretty much says what it means, because black people, since we were, well, some of us were brought over here, but for the most part, since we were enslaved and got out of slavery, we have been stamped from the get-go to be ostracized and made less than human. And that's what this book talks about. It talks about the history of it, why it happened, how it happened, all that good stuff. So definitely check this one out. This is a really, really, really good read. So that's all the books that I have, and that is it.
All right, ladies' time.
All right, I love
as
this section.
As I mentioned last week, this is Women History Month, the month of March. March 1st through the 31st.
Yep.
As I've always said, I am proud to be a woman.
Yes, indeed.
Humbly, outrageously grateful to be a black woman.
Oh, yes.
So I love to know that this is being celebrated. And one of my all-time heroes is Miss Maya Angelou. Is it coming up?
Yeah, it's coming up.
Her book, Phenomenal Woman. Man, how many times have I read this book?
That's no telling. I know I read it a couple times myself.
1,000,001 times.
But I'm a Maya Angelou fan, because because for those of you who don't know, Maya Angelou was poet laureate of the United States at one point.
Absolutely. Many presidents called on her.
Oh yeah, many a president called on her, man.
But one of her favorite quotes that I use in my daily affirmations, even to this day, I started when I was in my 20s, and even to this day I still mention it to myself. I've learned that people will forget what you said, people will forget what you did, but people will never forget how you made them feel.
Oh.
I stand true to this conviction, in my own conviction. That's why I tell people, I ain't know that's how she felt. I'm going to tell you how I feel. You gonna know, you not gonna know how I feel. Good, bad, or indifferent.
Oh, yeah.
And I stand true to that, because I feel like I'm not Dionne Warwick, I don't want you to think that you're Dionne Warwick. There is no guessing needed, because you're gonna know how I feel. If I love you, I love you. I have a problem with you, I'm gonna let you know I have a problem with you.
And she will.
And I think we all need to stand true to those convictions.
I agree, especially
because should nobody make any judgment about you without coming from what? The horse's mouth.
Come on now.
So I feel like I'm a good filly. Okay. But yeah, so that was one of my favorite quotes I use in the daily affirmation, especially when I was in college. I used it a lot. Then when I got on my own after college and just trying to maneuver through this thing we call life.
Yeah.
I stood real true. It took me a long time, because I wanted to be she's so sweet, she's so nice, and then over time, going through some life lessons, you get a little hard, you're hard-hardened towards some things, but you still need to let people know how you feel.
As you should, man, because I can honestly tell you, in the years I've known this woman across from me, man, even before we got married, I can honestly tell you, she will let you know what's up, whether you like it or not. Yep. That's just the way it is. I mean, you can do one, two things with it. You can either roll with it, or you can get the hell up out of her face.
Like I said, take it with a grain of salt, or we can go out to Uncle Julio's and have a nice big old margarita with a rim of salt.
Hello.
Either way you want to do it.
Well, however you want to do
salt
it.
is in the game.
There you go.
But you will know.
There you go.
No
That's
hard feelings. It is what it is.
There you go. That's all there is to it, man. And as you should. That's the way it should be at all times.
But I think that's a daily information. I love that.
Oh yeah, bold words from a black woman. I love this segment.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, buddy. Now let's get to the current events, because we got a few.
Oh yeah.
And some of them gonna make you.
We'll have a WTF moment, like it's always way. You got the button ready?
I got the button ready, man.
Well, let me start with this one, because like I've said, I've mentioned before that I've went to 2 HBCUs.
Right.
And when I heard this story, it touched my spirit because of that fact that I went to HBCUs. But for the month of January and February for 2022, several HBCUs have been getting bomb threats. So far a total of, a total of so far the county is 36 HBCUs.
Are there that many HBCUs still open? That's my question.
Yeah, it is.
Because they were closing them left and right for a minute.
Every day, every other day, one was closing its doors. So I'm proud to know that number is still active and going strong.
Right.
But I saw a news conference that our own Vice President Kamala Harris gave. And of course, she attended HBCU. I give you a nickel and 2 pennies. You can guess which one she went to.
Harvard?
No, Howard.
I mean Howard. That's what I meant. Howard. That's what I meant.
Yeah, and I must admit, in her news conference, I was, she had let me down, know. But I was really proud of her. I was proud of her in her statement, because she said they're going to grant them the grants, the federal grants, matter of fact. So hopefully they won't have to pay them back. But you know how that goes sometimes.
Yeah. Well, a grant you don't have to pay back. That's just free money.
Well, I was looking at something, student loans. All the situation is going through. People thought they had grants.
Yeah, and they actually had loans.
Yeah, they come back saying they have loans. So you got to read that fine line, even though it says grant.
Exactly.
It might be a loan.
Yeah.
So hopefully this won't be no wishy-washy with these grants for these schools. It is really a federal grant that will help them proceed to get this taken care of with all the bomb threats.
Yeah.
But I must admit that she said that they're not going to be intimidated. This is to distinguish the difference between violence and hate.
Yep.
And we are all in this together, and together we stand together.
Yeah.
And this money will help to keep us all safe. And it is a measure for security, and also to help protect against or to increase mental health. Now, when she said mental health, I was like,
You felt some type of way about it?
No, I felt like is mental health really? When somebody called the school and say, everybody out the cafeteria, it's a bomb in the oven. Is that really mental health, or is that intimidation?
A little bit of both. I mean, because some people some people don't take kindly to life-threatening situations.
Right.
And so it could affect their psyche in some form or fashion.
Right.
So I can understand the correlation between the two. I mean, it makes sense. It really does.
Yeah. So when she said, I was like, okay, kudos to Miss Harris. Okay, I gave her a little tick in the win column, but her loss column is overflowing right now.
Hell yeah.
But I must admire her. I love her stance. She looked so stern in the face. She looked genuinely sincere. And I appreciate that. Yeah. I really do. So hopefully these federal grants will be granted to the different HBCUs to get all these bomb threats taken care of. Yeah. And in reality, I hope somebody's listening that actually did it. Get a life.
Yeah, man, you don't have anything else. I mean, you don't have anything else better to do besides calling in to a school and say you're going to blow it up.
Right. Now, what say you?
What is that going to prove?
Exactly. What say you if it blows up? Then what?
That makes you a murderer.
Right.
A mass murderer at that. If it does go off and somebody gets hurt.
But let's put it like this though. Luckily, if everybody is gotten out safe and sound, everybody is accounted for.
Yeah.
What you think they're gonna do? They're gonna clean off the rubble, and hopefully with God, they have good insurance. They can rebuild.
Right.
So what was your accomplishment?
Exactly. It didn't accomplish anything. So what was the point in this whole situation?
That's why I said get a life.
Yeah, I agree.
Go to a shelter and volunteer your time.
Yeah, exactly.
Because you got too much on your hands.
Do something with your life. I mean, come on, man. This doesn't make any sense.
You got too much on your hands.
Way too much, man. We got too much to worry about.
Okay, and another. Well, let's get to it.
Okay.
Some of these are WTFs, of course, and some of these just make you say, So let's start with this one.
All right.
A black Alabama store owner files federal lawsuit after he called police to pick up a shoplifter, but instead ended up wounded and assaulted and arrested himself. Damn. Yeah, I read this story. You know, he saw the shoplifter. He caught the shoplifter and was holding him down until the police came. When they came, they turned around and attacked him, the store owner.
That doesn't make any sense.
No, it don't.
The shoplifter must have been white. I mean, I'm just guessing.
It never said, but that's the same thing I thought too. I really.
That had to be the case, man. The shoplifter had to have been white.
Because I'm thinking if you walk in and the store owner said he had the young man pinned down, so that means obviously he was standing over him.
Yeah.
Or maybe had some people put the foot on your back and say, hey, stay down.
Right.
And so maybe they thought he was the shoplifter and thought he was getting the best of the store owner.
I don't know.
That's what I'm thinking. How can you walk in, you're the police, you walk into the store and you just assume and attack. And the whole time he's talking, I saw the video, he was telling him, I'm the owner. That's
what I was about to say, because I saw that story, because the owner was saying, hey, I'm the owner. He's a perpetrator. So get him, not me. I'm the owner. And he told him before they came to the door. Good. They wasn't listening. Right. I'm pretty much guaranteeing, man, that the guy with the shoplifting was probably white. I mean, that's just a guess. I mean, if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. I'm human, but I think he was probably white. That's just a guess. Just a guess.
Well, they're gonna have a big lawsuit up against their hands again. These states ought to get tired of paying all this money out.
That's how you gotta get them.
Their police officers is making the whole state broke. That's
how you gotta get them. And I forgot who it was. It was either Tariq Nasheed or Jason Black that said that. Shout out to those two brothers. That either said that once you start hitting them in the pocketbook, they'll start doing something. And so keep hitting them in the pocketbook.
Oh yeah. So they've been getting it
because otherwise, all this marching and praying and voting is not helping us right now. Hit them in the pocketbook. That's going to help. I promise you.
I was looking at something the other day, and they said we don't need to play the lottery no more. Only thing we have to do is just wait till one of the police officers shoot somebody in our family, and we're gonna get paid by the state.
Oh yeah.
You're gonna get the millions that you've been trying to hit on that lottery.
Exactly.
Which is sad, but
so
far
sad.
That's reality.
Yep.
But this young man had his jaw broken and severely beaten up, bruised, and he has filed a lawsuit.
Of course.
I don't wish nothing bad on anyone. We all need to be on one accord, but in this situation, I hope he wins.
Oh yeah.
And I hope he gets everything he deserves and need and want.
Oh, no doubt about it. So
that was unacceptable on so many levels. So many levels. Okay, here's another one. Federal grand jury indicts former cop on civil rights charges in incident that led to death of popular Louisville chef David McAtee. The cops, man, I'm telling you, I don't know if are they going to work with bad? I mean, I know we living in troubled times. Are they going to work with bad days? I don't know. But a federal grand jury has charged an ex-cop from Louisville, Kentucky for allegedly using unreasonable force while trying to enforce the city's curfew during civil unrest sparked by the killing of George Floyd and Breonna Taylor in 2020.
Here's my question. I forgot my question. Starts to get old. But anyway, that when I read this story, I said, this brother was out and about. Oh no, I know what my question was now. I remember what it was. Okay, she's been charged. Don't get excited yet. That's just step one. We got to get her convicted. So what are they charging her with? That's the question. What are they charging her with?
Well, his niece is going to stay on it. She says she's going to get justice for her uncle.
Right.
Because he was an innocent bystander. Because the police officer, which was a female, oh God, was firing pepper balls at a group of black civilians, setting off, of course, the events that would lead, to the chef ending up dead. But they really haven't said what they charged her with.
Yeah.
But they just said that they indicted her. So I guess hopefully this week those charges will come down. We'll know specifically what they are.
Yeah.
So hopefully this family will get the justice that they need, because that was unacceptable again.
Yeah, that's my biggest question, man. Is what are they charging her with?
I think they be getting overwhelmed when they see this big old group of people. And fight or flight. And that's how it goes, fight or flight.
Yeah, that's
what you been a public service.
That's what they say. That's what they say. But here's my problem with that situation, and I agree with you to a certain extent. But here's my only problem with that particular situation. If it was a group of white people, would it have been the same scenario? The answer is no, because like every time there's a group of white people, the pepper balls don't come out, the rubber bullets don't come out, none of that crap comes out. It's only when there's a group of black people that are raising some stink about public injustice, about racial injustice, I should say. So that's my only issue with that. You don't do it with the white crowds, but with the black ones, you'll do it in a heartbeat. What's up with that?
I mean, don't get me wrong. I know people are going to look at this story and say, well, maybe he deserved it, because his niece was one of the ones who was in the street with the just, marching and everything. And when the officer started shooting her pepper spray, people couldn't really distinguish between pepper balls or actual gunshots. Right. And so the chef stepped out his business and fired one shot. He went back inside, and that's when the police decided, hey, is he shooting? And that's when they shot him. And but my thing is, I thought they were shooting pepper balls. So if they were shooting pepper balls, how did this man end up dead?
Good question.
So it's a catch-22, and like I said, either the officer's going to realize, let's try using our tasers. I know they were trying to break up a big crowd, and the pepper balls probably do go a little bit further than the tasers. But if you're fully armored and you have on your protective vest and your headgear, walk into that crowd with a taser. Not nothing that's going to think it's a gun. Because they said those pepper balls, when you shoot it, sound like ammunition. Yeah. Ammo, So I hate this with both sides, because I can see the factor of the officer side, and I can also see the factor of the family side, the chef side, but I don't know. But yeah, I haven't read what she's been indicted with, so I hope it just clear for both. So I'm just gonna say that. Because this story right here was it's a little catch-22.
Oh yeah. I mean, when I read the story, I felt that type of way as myself. But I started thinking to myself, if my man fired a couple of shots, he was trying to protect his business, which I ain't mad at him about that, because I want to protect mine as well. So as far as him being a threat, I really don't see that. It depends on if he fired in the air or if he fired in the crowd. I was just gonna say that. Okay, if he didn't aim his gun at the police themselves, then he wasn't being a threat. Right. They just heard a shot. Yeah. Probably saw the aftermath of the shot. I think when you shoot a gun, you can see where it came from. And they just shot in that direction and end up shooting him. But he was in essence trying to, I guess, send off a warning shot in protection of his niece. That's all he was doing. So I said it's a catch-22. That's all he was doing, basically. Catch-22. Okay, moving on. All right. Now this one is kind of crazy as well. A black delivery driver tased during a traffic stop after asking for a supervisor. From my understanding, From my understanding, a black food delivery. I don't know. We should say it in acre. We're not getting paid for it. And he said he was pulled over for a traffic stop, and the police officer pulled his gun out on him because the young man,
He said he pulled me over for a traffic stop, and now he's going to tase me. You can't do that, police officer. You're doing this because I asked to speak to your supervisor.
Yeah.
So I guess the cop must have got mad.
Well, in a traffic stop, if you get stopped, you have a civilian has every right in the world to ask for a supervisor. Nothing you can do about that. It's not against the law.
Mm-hmm. And so the police officer said, you refused to give me your information. I told you to get out of the car. Now you're resisting. And that's why he said he pulled his gun. And the young man came back and said, sir, I feel uncomfortable. Please get your supervisor.
Yeah.
And then
he has a right to do that.
Right. Then the officer came back and said, I don't give a shit what you feel like. I said, get out of the car.
Well, see, there you go right there.
So it was just going back and forth.
There you go right there.
Going back and
there you
forth.
go right there. I mean, as a civilian, a person has every right in the world to ask for a supervisor. If you feel uncomfortable for whatever reason, you have every right in the world to ask for a supervisor. Mm-hmm. You really do. I mean, he really did. And as a civilian.
When the officer asked him to get out the car, that's when the young man started recording, and his footage is verbatim with the cops' body cam footage. And so the young man was booked for speeding, resisting arrest, and other charges. And they really haven't said what his bond was. He was charged before he got bunded out of jail. But that's a lot. I mean, it really don't say what did he run a traffic light? Did he run a stop? I mean, what did he do specifically that because this young man said he don't feel safe, can he speak to his supervisor? You entitled to pull your gun. That's crazy.
Wow.
That's nuts. That's what I'm saying. Where is your sensitivity training?
They don't have any. I mean, if they do, they don't use it with black people. I'm just saying.
And the only thing the young man said is, all I was asking is, why did you pull me over?
He has a right to know.
That's what I said. Again, maybe this police officer went to work with a bad day. He don't feel like answering no questions. I don't know. But your sensitivity has to be like, okay, this young man asked me a question. Do I go straight file with him, or do I just treat him as a citizen and answer his questions?
Which is what he should have done.
But instead he pulled his gun and told me, get out the car.
Yeah, he didn't give a shit about what he was talking about.
Didn't give a care in the world.
So, I mean, kudos to that young man. I'm going to give him a hand clap. For exercising your constitutional right. I mean, brother. I mean, granted that when you're black, you don't really have any constitutional rights, but hey, you're supposed to. Let's put it like that.
You're supposed to.
You're supposed to.
That's what they say in the
perfect
law
world.
books.
In the perfect world,
yeah,
a black person has the same rights as a white person in the perfect world.
Perfect world. But is this a perfect world?
No, it is not. So, but my man, he said my rights under the law, blah 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 blah. He had every right in the world to ask for a supervisor.
Absolutely.
So
I do it all the time when I walk into a store and I feel like I'm not getting what I think I deserve. Can I speak to your supervisor, please?
Yep.
And it's the same thing this young man was doing as well, but unfortunately he was booked and detained in jail.
Of course.
Yeah.
Of course.
Here's another one.
Right.
A white supremacist charged in murder of 30-year-old black Navy veteran.
Damn. What happened with this situation?
The prosecutors have brought murder and hate crime charges against two white suspects.
Oh, this is a man and a woman. I remember the story. Yeah.
And the shooting death of a black Navy veteran at a California gas station. The young man walked into the store to get some quarters because he and his wife was going to do laundry that day. Once he walked into the store, Jeremy Wayne Jones and Christina Lynn Garner attacked the young man. They don't understand, was it some kind of confrontation, but what they are saying, they feel like it was all related to the color of his skin. And his skin was black.
WTF.
There we go. He out here fighting for this country, for them two to walk around on freely, and this what happened.
I have heard several narratives from Tuskegee Airmen. Several narratives. There was I remember when I was going to OU, there was a Tuskegee Airman that came to speak at one of our assemblies for the Black Student Union, and he was talking about, even though the Tuskegee Airmen were the most decorated pilots in the war, they never lost a plane. I mean, they never lost an escort. Let's put it like that. They were escorting. They never lost a plane. They were escorting. They had more kills than any two white regiments combined. Okay, and when they came home, they were treated just as bad, if not worse, than they were before they left.
Wow.
So, I'm not surprised that this man was treated like he was treated whenever these two idiots killed him.
Well, it is unclear, again, if this was a confrontation before the killing, but they have, when they was arrested, they showed tattoos of white power.
Oh, yeah.
And how you say it? Swastika. Swastika tattoos on both of them.
Oh, I believe
and
it.
reportedly,
yeah,
they both are members of a local neo-Nazi group.
Oh yeah, they did it because he was black.
They
didn't
did
have
because
anything
of
to
the
do
color
with
of his skin.
They did it because he was black. You can't tell me different because
not even knowing he was a Navy man.
They didn't care.
Fighting for you.
Oh, they wouldn't care anyway.
So you can walk around this world to do whatever you want to do.
To wear those swastikas.
But you killed him, not even knowing what he did for you and yours.
Yeah, that's why I tell people all the time. You know, I tell. You know, whenever Veterans Day comes around, and you know, I always tell people in a heartbeat, look, especially black people, I appreciate anybody that's willing to fight for a country that wouldn't fight for you.
That's right.
You know, that takes balls. So, you know, I applaud them, man. My hat's off to them.
Absolutely.
So,
now this is a major WTF moment.
Okay, what you got?
Let me clear my throat.
There you go.
Many of you know that I was born and raised in the country.
Both of us were.
East Texas to be exact.
Southeast Oklahoma.
Mount Pleasant, Texas.
Tom, Oklahoma.
Been in there many days. Many summers. Christmas breaks.
Right.
Every other weekend. Lived down there for a year and a half of my life. You know, just things like that.
Right.
And I'm partial to chicken.
Okay. I am too. I love fried chicken. You know that.
And if I had to rank them, Popeyes is up there.
You know what? If I had to rank them, not to get off subject, if I had to rank them, I'd say Popeyes first. Well, I don't know. Popeyes and church is kind of like running neck and neck, in my opinion.
Okay.
Okay, and Kentucky Fried Chicken is going to be third. Those are my top three. My top three. Now, I will say this, though. Here in Texas, I don't know if they're any place else, but I know if they're here in Texas, Williams Chicken is pretty good.
Oh, definitely. Shout out to Howata Williams. Thank you, brother.
Oh, yes indeed.
He's been feeding me since I was in high school. That's how long this man been around. Me and my friend is getting my little Mustang. We come with $5. We get us a box of chicken. And we get us our little booms for him.
Uh-oh, not the strawberry.
Oh, wait a minute. I'm talking too much. Shut up. But, baby, we be good and full and a little lit while we hanging out on Saturday night. So, okay.
My wife telling off on herself.
Baby, everybody, we put a little money together. I was the only one who had a car.
Right.
And at that time, gas was like 97 cents, 97 cents.
Oh, man, yeah. Back when it was reasonable.
So, I put like $2 or $3 in my car.
Yeah.
Then the rest of the money was for a box of chicken.
Come on now.
And a big old bottle of booms for him.
Booms on Strawberry Hill.
Cherry Hill.
Come on now.
Okay, bring it back. Bring it back.
What we got?
We had that little episode of minutes. Thank you for listening. Popeye's chicken had
go ahead, spit it out.
Threat given to one of its workers.
What the threat was?
That he was going to lynch the worker over a dispute over his order.
Damn.
Now, I have been to Popeyes, and I don't really like the breast, so I would get 2 thighs and a leg, or maybe a thigh and a leg. Right. And you know, when I get home, it looked like a thigh, but it be something else. Now, I don't drive back up there and tell somebody, you know, I'm gonna kill you because you gave me this and I asked for this. But this man threatened that worker and starting to shout violent words toward them that start with an N and end with nigga. And then on top of that said, I'ma lynch you.
Oh no, man, he threatened to lynch you.
Now, I done had some good chicken in my day.
Right.
From my grandmother's hands.
No doubt.
To Popeye's oven.
Come on now.
But I ain't never thought about lynching nobody.
Over no chicken.
Because they messed up my order for some chicken. That's pure hate, man. I'm sorry. Yes, of course, the young man who did the threat was a white man.
Of course.
And the worker was just the kicker. The worker was Hispanic.
WTF.
That's what the point they got me. At first I kept saying, oh, so we call Hispanic niggas now. Oh! Okay. So we all gets it. If we not white, we all niggas. Sorry to say it like that, but that's how I feel.
Yep.
I saw this story and I was like, what the?
How do you think I feel about the situation?
Yeah.
I saw that story and I'm like, man, we gotta talk about this.
Right.
So yeah.
Threatened to hang that baby because they messed up his chicken. You know, he must have been hungry.
You know what? He must have been hungry.
He must have been hungry.
Think about this, man. He must have been hungry for some chicken. Now, here's the thing, and I was going to bring this up. We had, let me go ahead and just say this real quick. In our household, we have 2 days out of the week where we eat specific things. We have Taco Tuesday, and we have Fish Friday.
Fish Fry Friday.
Okay, so Taco Tuesday rolls around last week. We went to a different restaurant. I'm not going to mention the name of the restaurant. They got her order wrong. I told them specifically what she wanted, and they got her order wrong.
All the way wrong.
Did she go up there and act the fool?
I should have. I should have got in my car, and I should have went back up there. Because they didn't mess up just one part. They messed up pretty much the whole thing.
Yeah, she didn't eat too much of anything. She really didn't. But anyway, the point I'm trying to make is this. She didn't go up there and threaten anyone with physical harm. I mean, she just went over here. We rolled with it. That's what we did. You know, because we were just doing our thing.
Again, this young man had to be hungry to keep calling this person out their name with the N-word.
No, come on now.
And then you say you gonna hang. That's sad, man. That is
Here's my question. Was he drunk?
I don't know. You know,
That's
it's hard
my
to tell.
question.
You know, they can carry that liquor very well these days. So I don't know. Shout out to where we were last night. No, 2 young men that was in behind us. They was lit or something.
Man, they was drunk.
We gonna get up.
That's exactly what they said too. He said he came inside the building saying he wanted to get drunk.
You know, and when you look at it, they look like just some good old, you know, corporate America young men. But they was talking like,
they were talking loud. Everybody knew their conversation.
Yeah, so it's kind of hard to tell when they, you know.
You're right.
So I don't know if he would, but I know he had to be hungry to tell me you gonna hang somebody.
Oh, no doubt.
You have to be drunk. In 2022, you wouldn't even get out this street first. I mean, out the door first before somebody. Okay.
Man,
keep it up, people. Tell you can't punk people like you used to no more.
Oh man,
you don't know who's licensed to carry.
Come on there.
Who has the quick arms and throw something in your back that hold your whole back will slice open.
Thank you.
He works in the kitchen. He could have thrown a butcher knife at that man bag.
You don't know that. I mean, come on. Exactly. I agree with you.
You know, I'm like, think, people. Think where you are. Okay, I'm in a kitchen where they have hot grease. Shout out to what's that singer name?
Oh, Al Green.
Al Green. Shout out to Al Green. They got knives. That was
Grits that got him.
Who did the hot grease?
That was Grits that got him.
Somebody got hot grease poured on them. And then they got kitchen knives. They can pick up all the cups and throw at you. You don't know what they can throw. They can do something to give you bodily harm.
Big heavy ass cast iron skillets.
Absolutely.
Everything.
But you still talking about, I'm going to hang you. Oh my God. You know, it is what it is. If you feel it, what's that old saying? If you frog it, jump, frog,
if you feeling froggy, jump. If you feeling froggy, jump.
He must have felt frog and he jumped. He jumped all the way in the pond. WTF, my friends.
WTF.
Here's another one.
Oh, damn.
Which is kind of, this is a touchy subject for me. Black girl strip search at school after teacher says they smelled weed. Damn. Never caught her smoking it. Never found it in her possession. They smelled weed.
Here is my problem.
Now let me set it up for you. 15-year-old black girl in London. Girl, come on. Come on now. London.
WTF.
London. Okay. Go ahead.
Here's my deal. And I'm gonna say this for the black people in the whole diaspora, not just here, not just foundation black Americans. I'm just gonna say this right here. That school better be glad that wasn't my child. That's all I got to say.
Let me break it down. Some people, I'm gonna go ahead and put a disclaimer. This could be a little graphic for what I'm about to read.
Read it.
They made her take off her sanitary napkin off. They made her bend over and spread her legs while coughing.
WTF.
They didn't let her use the toilet despite her asking.
Damn.
They did this to a 15-year-old black girl because the teacher believed she smelled weed, and after all that unnecessary degrading things they did to her,
they found nothing.
No drugs were found. Now who do we blame here? Is there blame? Let me take the back. Is there blame here?
I don't know, but damn sure gonna be some ass whoopings handed out. I'm just saying, man, because again, that is a classic case of you better be glad it wasn't my child, because that school would be on fire. I'm sorry. I would tell all the parents, look, get your children out of school right now. I'm getting ready to set it on fire. So, but that was completely unnecessary on so many levels.
Yes, it was.
I mean, just because you thought you smelled weed, and then having a strip search, that was just extreme right there. They violated that girl. That was a complete violation.
It's child abuse.
On so many levels.
Because I'm reading a story, and 2 of them were men, officers. They did not do anything with an appropriate official in the room.
Wow. They were just some freaks.
That's why I just finna say they weren't nothing but some pervs.
That's all they were. They were just some freaks.
Trying to get their rocks off. Look at this, baby. I'm just like you. If that was my child, that school would be called a
man
preparatory. Yeah.
Everybody would get their ass whooped. Everybody involved would get their ass whooped.
The whole name of the school would change.
Oh shit. Everybody involved would get their asses whooped. You know what?
So, okay, so in incidents like this, even though it's over in London, that could happen here. Don't get me wrong.
Yes, it could.
Now, do we call people like the NAACP, Black Lives Matter? Who do we, Benjamin Crump? Do we get people involved in a situation like this? Because she was violated mentally, emotionally, sexually.
I'm going to tell you what. I'll tell you who I get involved. I'm going to call my hood rat cousins.
Oh, no.
I'm going to call my hood rat cousins. All of them. I'm going to call my thug cousins. And I'm going to tell them exactly what happened. I can pretty much guarantee you at least at over half of them, would show up, guns a-blazing, literally, saying, where we going? That's what I call. Damn all that. That's what would happen if it was me.
It's just...
And then on top of that, I would call your hood rat cousins and your thug cousins, and we have 2 families getting ready to go wreck shop.
I have some too. What? They did
what? Oh, okay. No. All right. Where you want to meet me at?
That's sad.
Yeah.
So I'm just gonna keep her prayed. Hopefully this won't have any long-term psychological effects to her where she won't. I mean, even though I need to put this out there, this happened in 2020, but regardless,
it don't matter when it happened.
You don't know what kind of effect
it could have happened yesterday.
It wouldn't exactly. But it made news because now they're trying to bring a case up against the school, and the school's like, we did nothing wrong.
Yeah, you did.
No, this is not racism. But sir, ma'am, then what is it?
What do you call it?
You didn't find anything.
You found nothing. What do you call it?
I don't know. Now to a story. This story will evolve into the show's topic, and this is where you and I had a conversation about this morning. So I'm gonna go ahead and put it out there. as you all have known, we possibly may have a black woman. Yay. As the next, the next appointed Supreme Court that was appointed by President Joe Biden. Her name is Ketanji Brown Jackson, and she might just succeed and become the first black woman Supreme Court justice on the Supreme Court.
Well, since you said that, I'm gonna go ahead and put this up here. Hold on. Let me change it. Let me change the screen real quick. Let me go ahead and change that screen.
And while you're doing, I'm just gonna do a little synopsis of, after I found out about it. I did my little research on her, and she seemed like she's over highly qualified. She has, her ranking is more prevalent than, if you add up all the other Supreme Court justices on there, her tenure outweighs those 2 to 1.
Right.
She has more tenure than any individual on the court, and if you add them all up together, she still has more tenure than all of the remaining ones added together. To me, that's a rock star. How she did it, everybody talk about her, how you say that word, Guantanamo Bay, and all the other people she defended with the sex trials and the pedophiles. She did some cases on that, but in my psyche, I'm thinking like this: if she's a public defender, what does that mean? She's not in this case of what's the word I'm looking for? Judging this individual. Her job is to defend them. We can't hold that against her if that's not how she feels. That is her job.
But on the other side of that coin, I agree with you on that. But on the other side of that coin, she also has a right as a public official to refuse certain cases.
Can she really, when she's trying to make her mark in the
people
court
do it all
system?
the time. People do it all the time. Look at Lee Merrick. He does it all the damn time. He does it all the damn time. He can, even though he's not a public defender, he refuses cases all the time if he feels that I'm not going to do it.
Well, I know during this week when her confirmation hearing, I got a little offended because some of the people like your Ted Cruz's was asking her theory and her stance on critical race theory, which is ridiculous. Yeah. And this is the one that got me when he busted and asked her if she thinks babies are racist. See, stuff like that.
Hold on.
Yeah.
Stop right there. Stop right there.
Oh yeah.
I want you to stop right there. Okay. Anybody with just a little bit of common sense will tell you that babies don't know anything about racism or anything else until they get older and they are taught about racism or anything else. Now, why would he ask something so asinine and stupid?
You just asked your own question. He's stupid.
Yeah, I did answer my own question, didn't I?
Okay, I'm going to read to you how this brought up.
Go ahead.
Cruz, do you agree with this book that is being taught with kids that babies are racist? Cruz asked. Ketanji Brown paused for a second, and this is her response. I do not believe that any child should be made to feel as though they are racist, or as though they are not valued, or as though they are less than, that they are victims, that they are oppressors. I don't believe in any of that. So, first of all, it's like, that was just like I appreciate her answer.
That was a really good answer.
And she said, I have not reviewed any of those books that you are talking about. They don't come up in any of my work as a judge. I love that. And then she said, which I am respectfully here to address. So it's like, why would you ask me a stupid ass question like that? Let's get to the subject of him and me becoming a Supreme Court judge.
That's pretty much what she said.
To me, that's how I took it.
That's pretty much what she said.
Cause I'm telling you, she gave him that one power, like, how black women be like,
really?
Just look at you like, are you serious? And then she did another woman on there, I forgot her name, but she asked her, can you define woman? And Ketanji again turned her head and looked at her, took a pause, and say, I don't think I can. I love that. Keep it 100. Don't get scared. Be like, well, to me, a woman, I wouldn't justify being trying to explain either. Because you are a woman.
You should know.
I'm a woman. You should know.
Exactly.
Right. So, like I said, I hope, I feel in my heart, like I said, I wasn't planning on looking at the hearing.
Right.
They kept breaking in on my stories. Shout out to Young, Larissa, and Bold and the Beautiful. And The View. And when I was looking at it, I hope she gets in. Just on the fact that she's the first black woman. I know some people have a hard problem with some of her stands throughout her career. But just on the fact of that alone, to me, this is where you and I differ. To me, I think she should get in.
Which brings up the subject.
Right, that's what I said. It's going to lead us right into our subject matter today.
Which brings up the subject. Symbolic gestures versus tangible benefits.
Right.
Okay, now, I don't have a problem with her becoming a Supreme Court Justice. I have no issues with that at all. My question is this. Where do your loyalties lie?
Okay.
That's my question. I could care less about her becoming a Supreme Court Justice.
Okay.
That doesn't mean anything to me. First black woman, okay, that's a symbolic gesture. I could care less about that. Only reason why Joe Biden did that because he's trying to get the black vote back. That's the only reason why. That's the only reason why.
Let's take it slow. Take it slow. Is that really the only reason?
Yep.
Or do you don't think he felt like it was time?
Nope.
Because his homeboy was the one who nominated her. Barack was the one who nominated her when he was in office.
So
you don't think he felt the same way as Barack?
Trying to get the black vote.
That it was time?
No. See, think about this. Right now, Joe Biden's numbers are low.
True.
Very low.
Oh, yeah. And it's because of his sidekick, Kamala.
Yeah. And black people ain't rocking with him or her.
Right.
That's the problem.
Because they both promised us the world.
Yeah. And then deliver.
And neither one. Well, I think he delivered a little bit with the stimulus.
No, that helped. No, see, here's the thing about that.
Check. And his child care for all these kids. But
here's the thing about that. Here's the thing about that. That helps everybody.
True, but I would say, but us in general, it don't help me because I don't have kids.
Exactly.
So it helps some people.
And I'm getting to that.
Yeah.
See, something like that helps everybody. That doesn't just help just black people. That helps everybody.
Checks did.
Right. That helps everybody.
Okay.
Doesn't have anything to do with just black people. No. And like I said, his numbers are falling.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Okay, go ahead.
In general,
okay.
His numbers are falling, and I think the only reason why he nominated her was because of the fact that his numbers are slipping, especially within the black community. And so he figures if he puts somebody black, especially a black woman in there, because black women stepped up to the plate to get him in office.
Very much true.
Case
Shout
in
out
point,
to
your
Stacey
girl.
Abrams.
So because those white Democrats said get them niggas out there to vote, and she did just that.
You right. You mighty right. Go ahead.
So anyway, those numbers are falling big time.
Yeah.
So that's the reason why he did that.
Let me interject here.
Okay.
She wasn't only 3 that was up for nomination though. It was 2 other black women on there.
It don't matter. It was just a black woman in general. He did that on purpose. It had to be a black person, male or female.
Okay.
More likely than not a female, because like I said, black women were the ones that pretty much got him in office.
True.
So with that being said, this is a political ploy on Joe Biden's part because he's trying to get that black vote back. Again, it's a symbolic gesture because he knows that black people fall for symbolisms all the time, and we do, as a whole. Case in point, 8 years of Barack Obama, they didn't do jack shit for black people. Yeah, I said it. And I'll say it again. I'll say it to his face. I don't care. He didn't do shit for black people. He knows he didn't do shit for black people. He wasn't going to. That whole rising tide lifts all boats bullshit, no. It's kind of hard for your boat to rise when you got a hole in the bottom of it.
Oh.
You get what I'm saying? So, again, that's just a symbolic gesture, and we shouldn't fall for that. Because with that symbolic gesture, we are getting no tangible benefits from it.
I feel you. Don't get me wrong. I feel what you're saying. But when Barack was in office for 2 terms, I wasn't in this situation that I am in today. Gas $5 a gallon.
I understand that.
Savings low.
I understand that.
Bread and food high.
And I agree with you on
Everything
that because
is rising except for my paycheck.
I can say this.
I didn't feel like that when he was in office.
I can say this about Barack Obama. The economy was in a whole lot better shape than it was.
Absolutely.
After he got out of office. I agree with you on that.
Now, while he was in office.
Yeah, I agree with you on that point. I'm not disagreeing with that.
Okay.
But again, That's an America thing, not a foundation Black American thing.
Well, I'm taking it personal because I'm talking about me personally.
Right.
I was doing okay.
You were doing more than okay.
When he was in office.
You was doing great. I was doing great.
That's what I'm saying. So you don't think that benefit? Let's take the whole Black culture out of it.
Okay.
Let's just make it personal.
Okay.
Were you doing okay?
I was doing pretty good.
So you don't think that benefited you at all? He didn't do something for you?
No.
It was because he was in office that you was doing okay.
But here's the thing. That was everybody was doing good.
No, we're making it personal. It's about me and you.
Listen. Listen to me. So I was doing good. You was doing good.
Were you doing good when Bush was in office?
I was doing horrible.
Okay.
Everybody was doing bad. But like I said, once you get into office, because he did the same thing that Joe Biden did. Okay, Black people, I got y'all. Didn't deliver.
Per se.
He didn't deliver.
Tangibly, laws and reparations.
Gay people got laws. They got a shitload of laws on the book.
While Barack was in office?
Yep. Look at his track record. Look at his track record.
It was just one, right?
No, that was two or
the
three.
The military, to go into the military.
That actually started with
that was Barack.
Clinton.
No, Barack signed that. I think, didn't he? Yeah, I think Barack signed that because I remember they made a big deal.
Don't ask, don't tell. No, that was Clinton.
No, that they can serve openly gay in the military.
Oh, that. Oh, yeah.
That was Barack.
Yeah. Wow, whoop-de-doo. Who cares?
Well, I honor them. They want to go out there and serve this country.
But
they had regulated that they couldn't, and now he opened it that they can.
I look at it like this: if you want to fight for this country, go around the head, knock yourself out. I'm not gonna knock that. Hey, that's your business. But and I have to take it personal as a Black man because I'm a Black man and I'm all for my Black people. So I can't help but take this personal.
I understand.
And my question, and which brings me back to my question: where do her loyalties lie?
Okay, when you say that, what do you mean? Like as far as the Black people in general?
Yes.
What do you mean? Or you think she's going to get in there and tap dance like Clarence?
I hope not. That's my whole point. I hope not.
Clarence Thomas, y'all, who been in there for what?
Over 30 years.
Has it been over 30?
He got there in the 90s.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you're right. Cause Anita Hill, yeah.
He got there in the 90s.
When I was in college. Yeah.
Yeah. He got there in the 90s.
And he really haven't done.
Every time Black people came up with something on the books, he shot it down.
Yeah.
Reparations, because the reparations bill, shout out to Dr. Claude Anderson, has been out there for a minute. He shot it down. Black people don't need reparations. Get that out of my face.
Yeah.
If he didn't wipe his ass with it. But I'm just saying.
I understand.
So, like I said, I just don't want her to be another Clarence Thomas. That's my question.
But we haven't even gave her a chance. She didn't even
I'm not saying she is. I don't know. I'm just saying. I'm just asking the question. Where do her loyalties lie? Don't get the warm and fuzzies just because she's about to get in.
Well,
that means nothing. It's symbolic.
That's symbolic.
Very.
Okay. So what's the tangible?
There is no tangible. That's the whole point. There's nothing tangible. We get nothing
in there.
But still, I'm just saying we get nothing out of it.
You don't know that.
Well,
she hasn't been in yet.
Well,
she just got confirmed. Okay. Hopefully she get confirmed.
Right. Okay, I'm just saying.
You're speaking in essence of
I'm speaking
future,
in essence of the whole situation.
A past situation.
Yeah, we gotta be leery of that.
We
man.
can't judge her on the past situation.
No, but I'm not judging her at all.
Okay.
I mean, I'm not judging her as a person at all. I'm just saying, we as foundational Black Americans, we can't just say, "Oh, damn, that's a good deal." No. Wait a minute.
But we have done all along. We did the same thing when they came in from, like when they come to the churches. Please vote for me. Yeah, I'm going to bring this to the Black neighborhood, and we're going to make sure nothing happens.
And nothing happens.
For over 100 years, Black people have been living off that same song, dance, and a prayer.
Right, exactly. So I'm just saying,
why should we change now?
But still, be leery. I'm just saying, be leery. It'd be leery. Once bitten, twice shy. Come on now.
But that's all we know, though. For the last 100+ years.
Well, we gotta change that cycle.
We're gonna start now. Now that we got a Black woman in office,
we should have been changing it.
True, but why should we start? Can we wait till 4 more years from now?
No. We gotta do it now.
I'm being funny.
We gotta do it now.
I just think we need to give her a little, just a little leeway. Like I said, because for her being the first one in office, give her a chance. Let's give her about 2.5 years.
Right.
And see what she has or what she will present or what she has brought to the table. And then I think within those 2.5 to 3 years, it will let us know if everything she stood for so far will evolve into something that's tangible for Black people.
Right. Okay. But still, I'm with that. I mean, we have to wait and see. But like I said, this is a symbolic gesture, and I stand on that. It's kind of like when they take a school and put a black person's name on it.
Well, after they die.
After they die.
Some might be still living, but most of when they die.
That's exactly. Yeah. I mean, that's a symbolic gesture. They do that to shut the black people up.
Is that why?
That's exactly the reason why they do it. And it works. And they know it works. Which is why this right here is such a big deal right now.
Sure.
Because they know that.
I agree with that.
Because they know that if we do this right here, the niggas will shut up for now. They won't say anything about reparations. They won't say anything about nothing else. They'll shut up for a little while, and we got a little playtime after that until they start back up again. But as foundational Black Americans, we got to stay on their necks, man, because we've been begging for reparations since Frederick Douglass. Well, I'm not going to say beg. We've been asking for reparations.
I wholeheartedly agree with you. We have been asking for many, many, many moons. But is it really of an essence right now, or is it long overdue?
It's been overdue.
And if we don't get it because she's been appointed, we're going to hold her accountable?
No, she needs to back it up. I mean, that's just it. As long as she backs it up, even if you don't get it. But here's let me finish. As long as she backs it up.
What you mean by back it up?
As long as she says, no, they need reparations. Let's do something about it.
But what if she don't feel like that? She probably one of the ones who feel like you don't need nothing.
Well,
because when I did my background on her, she came from a mother and father. Her mother was a teacher, and her father, I believe, was a lawyer. So she didn't have to go through struggles like I did. She probably went to school on grants. I had to go on loans. You know what I'm saying? So she probably didn't struggle. And from my understanding, she's the second generation her family to go to college. So that means her mom and dad went, and then her. Right. So her ancestors before her, nobody had been to school.
Oh,
so she probably don't feel like, hell, I went out there, went to school. I went to all these prestigious schools, got my degrees. You can do the same thing. You don't need no reparations. She could. And should we hold it against her if she don't feel like that?
Yeah.
Why?
Because her loyalties don't lie within the Black community.
What have y'all done for her in the words of Janet Jackson? I mean, I'm keeping it real. Because that's probably how a lot of people feel. I personally feel like we need it, because like I said before, some of us was not asked to come here.
Right.
And since we've been here, we've been dogged lower than a snake belly. And that's what they promised us when they brought us here.
So now, with that, you said all of that. That means her family part of that bourgeois black class.
More or less, I don't know.
Most of them have, and most of them, that's what they call the black elite.
True.
Okay, so she's from that. She's from that kind of a background. That's even worse.
Why?
I'm going to tell you why that's worse. Because most of them feel the exact same way that you just said. They feel the exact same way. They feel the same way that Jesse Lee Peterson thinks. They think the same way Larry Elder thinks. They think the same way that Candace Owens thinks. Herschel Walker. They think the way all of those people think. Oh, black people don't need reparations. I did it. How come they can't do it? Well, you had a silver spoon in your fucking mouth. How the hell else did you expect not to do it? I mean, come on. When you got everything handed to you, of course you're gonna do it.
Okay. Okay. So, in essence, she was striving or thriving, however you want to use the word, off of generational wealth.
Okay.
Generational knowledge, health, everyday living.
Right.
Me, I have generational everyday living.
Exactly.
So should I hold that against her because her family?
No. I would never.
No, I'm just saying. Should I hold that against her where if she is one of those ones who don't feel like reparations is needed, should I not be should I not feel that she should hold this seat?
Well, see, when people like that, and I've always told people this, people like that, they can't see the forest because they're too busy looking at the trees. And I'm saying that because of this right here. They're looking at what they did, not everybody as a group could do. Okay. Just because you did it, don't mean the group can do it. You know what I mean? It's kind of like. I'll use me as an example. When when I used to go to martial arts tournaments, it used to be a team of 12 of us. Okay? Everybody ain't going to win a trophy.
True.
I'm not going to hold it against the whole group just because they didn't win the trophy. No. I just tell them, hey man, better luck next time. Practice a little bit. You know, we'll get you that trophy. You know what I mean? So again, they're looking at they can't see the forest because of the trees. Okay, so whenever they start saying stuff like that, you gotta put them in check, man, because like, hey, you did it, but some of us need help doing that, which is where the reparations come in. We didn't because I don't care how you slice it. Black people as a whole, foundational Black Americans, still own less than 1/2 or 1% of this nation's wealth and resources.
I agree.
And that is not by accident.
That's not by design, yeah.
Which is why we need reparations so we can be on the playing field with everybody else. Just because one person made it, that don't mean shit. Everybody got to be able to make it.
True.
You see what I'm saying?
So everybody need a hand every now and then.
Yeah. Which is why Black people need reparations so we can be on the same playing field with everybody else. Because if we're on the same playing field with everybody else, you know the game's gonna change.
Well, that's what has been brought up. That I did read an article where they saying that if they do give Black people reparations, they can be on the same financial or economical level as quote unquote. They didn't say no specific ethnicity. They just said others.
They've been white people.
In my mind, it means white people. So if Jim Bob Sue has $85 million in the bank,
right? Which
I doubt if they're going to give us $85 million in reparations,
right?
If they give us $400,000 in reparations, I'm not on the same page as Jim Bob Sue.
Here's the thing about that, though. We're not saying we want to be on the same page. We don't want to be on the exact same page with them. We just say we want to have a fighting chance. Because, you know, Black people as a whole, you know it's to be true. You being a Black woman, we can make $1 out of 15 cents.
Absolutely.
So
you saw that stuff out of here last night?
Exactly my point. That's where I'm getting at. That's where I'm getting at.
Yeah.
That's where I'm getting at. So just give us a little bit of reparation. We'll flip that shit. We'll be millionaires before you know it. Case in point. Look at Tulsa, Oklahoma.
True. Yeah. Okay.
They turned that area of Greenwood, Archer, and Pine into a paradise.
A Mecca. Yeah.
Because that place was doomed to fail, and then all them white folks like, wait a minute, what the niggas doing over there? They got this place all built up. What the hell? Millionaires over there? Oh goddamn, we got to stop that.
But okay, so how can I put this? What would it profit society if we're all walking around here on the same playing field?
Well, see, on the same playing field, the economy will get a whole lot better.
How?
It's capitalism.
You're gonna have one person that is the employer, and you're gonna have one person that is the employee. If we're all millionaires, how? We are gonna have our own stuff going on.
But see, that's just it. It's not about being a millionaire. It's not about being a millionaire.
But we get reparations. I mean, we're going to have a little bit more in the bank than we haven't had before.
There you go.
And most people who have a little bit more money in the bank, they're not going to work for nobody.
Which will put us on the same playing field. But here's the thing about it. Once we get reparations, we can do whatever the hell we want with that money.
Absolutely.
We can invest it. We can start our own businesses, whatever.
Start your own business. So that means you're going to be employed. Who going to be your employees? So they're going to be millionaires too?
No, they're not. How? No, they're not. Just because you get reparations don't mean you're going to be a millionaire.
But you're going to have more money in your bank. You're not going to want to work for nobody. You want your own. So everybody going to try to get their own business.
Not necessarily.
You don't think so?
I know so. Because a lot of people out there don't want their own business. They'd rather work for somebody else.
Really?
Yes. Everybody don't want their own business. I do. But that's just me. I know you do.
Absolutely.
So everybody don't think like that's what I'm saying. There's people out there that are content with going to work on a regular 8 to 5, getting their check, and going home. So everybody's not going to be a millionaire.
But if they get reparations, do you think they'll work hard if they weren't a millionaire because they got their little cushion in the bank from reparations?
They might. They might not. Depends on the individual. It depends on the mindset of the person.
Right.
Everybody don't think alike. Now, we discussed this earlier today. Everybody does not think on the same level. You know,
but
it depends on the mindset of the person.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people, they'll start fucking around, but you know, but the smart ones won't. But like I said, what the reparations will do will close the racial wealth gap, which is what we want to do. We don't want to be on the same playing field with them, but we want to own more than 1/2 of 1%.
Okay. And so, if that's the case, what percent do you think that'll go up to if reparations was granted?
Nobody knows because nobody has even given us a chance to do it.
Just guess. Just take a wild guess. If
I don't know,
it's 1% now,
within 10 years, I say it'll probably be at 3 or 4, if that. That's within 10 years. Now, within 20 years, it'll go up higher. And 20 years after that, it'll go up higher. But the racial wealth gap will close, which is what we're trying to do, is close that racial wealth gap.
So you're saying if you give reparations and that person
that will close the racial wealth gap.
Use the money smart.
Yep.
Not go buy no yacht and no diamonds and no clothes.
Well, they don't get that much reparations.
You know what I'm saying? But some people take their money and try to get every little bling bling they can.
That's true.
You know, personal experience. But if they use their money smart, like you said, invest it, make the money make money for you.
Yep.
That should close that gap a little bit.
It'll close the racial wealth gap. Okay. Exactly. I mean, it's not like, again, it's not about being a millionaire. Mm-hmm. It's about having that option to either start your own business or just take that money and invest it in the stock market or whatever you want to invest it in.
Okay. But this world was built on the haves and the have-nots.
Yep.
So if we all more or less get some part of a reparation, so the ones that's living paycheck to paycheck, the ones that's on a quote-unquote system where they get government assistance, is that feasible?
What do you mean?
Will they still have that option, or would they go away? So if that goes away, there goes the have-nots.
Well, again, that depends on the mindset of the person you're talking about. Everybody don't think like that. Like I said, there are people out there that are perfectly content in a situation.
You think people are content with being on welfare?
Some people are.
What?
That's why they own that's why they own welfare for generations. Think about it.
Which I don't understand, but yeah, you're right. Yeah. I'm just thinking, I have.
But again,
seen that.
But like I said, well, this is a whole other subject.
How can you be content to wait on it?
Some people are. But again, like I said, man, you know, when it comes down to the racial wealth gap, that's what reparations would do, and that's what they don't want. I mean, you gotta think about this. Whenever Asians come to this country, they get they get money for coming over here.
They do. They get loans.
Okay.
Grants, everything.
Now,
not loans, but grants.
Now, are all Asians business owners? No. No, they're not. All of them ain't business owners, but they own more businesses than black people. But all of them aren't business owners. That's where I'm getting at. Everybody don't want to own their own business, and everybody don't want to be a millionaire. So you're still going to have worker bees out there. So it's not going to change anything.
But even though they came here and got that money, or whatever it is, loans, whatever it is, and they possibly can work for whoever they work for. Yeah, they still have a cushion. Yeah, is what you're saying.
That's exactly it. And the racial wealth gap is not as wide as it is between them and white people, the way it is with us. Because if you go to an Asian neighborhood right now, an Asian dollar is going to bounce in that neighborhood at least 10 times before it leaves that neighborhood.
Yeah, they have their own little meccas. Yeah.
That's my whole point. Same deal within the Hispanic neighborhood. That Hispanic dollar is going to bounce at least 10 to 12 times before it leaves that neighborhood. Black dollars bounce one time and it's out of there.
Well, why is that? We do have our own little meccas too. Why don't it bounce in our meccas?
Because black people have a whole different way of thinking. See, black people, now think about this for a second. This is the one thing I hate about black people. I love my people. This is one thing I hate about black people. They are the first one to brag about how much they paid for something. Oh man, I paid $200 for them Jordans right there. Them brand new right there.
Okay.
Oh man, I paid $50K for this watch right here, man. Shit, yes, that's top of the line right there.
Okay.
White people don't do that. They'll talk about how much they didn't pay for something. I got that on sale. I paid that was half off. I got that there. Oh, I got that car for less than what they charged me for it. See, you get what I'm saying? It's all about how we spend. It's all about how we. It's all about how we spend. That's the reason why that a black dollar in the black neighborhood will bounce one time, but then it's out of there. Because black people are the only ones that go outside their neighborhood to spend their money. That's the problem.
Yeah, that's true. Okay, I'm gonna play devil's advocate here because that was our personal experience yesterday. In our neighborhood, we don't have what they have.
Exactly, which is why we need to close the racial wealth gap.
When I tell you them stores we hit yesterday, we were like, ooh, I ain't never seen this on our side of town.
Exactly.
Get that.
You just see.
Why is that?
You just proved my own damn point.
Why is that?
Because we don't have the money to start.
So am I not supposed to go out there and get it if I want it because they don't have it?
No,
over there?
that's not what I said.
No, that's what I'm saying. Shit, I'm just saying. Should I feel like that in my spirit? Should I say, even though it's here and it looks so pretty, I better not get it?
No, I mean, if you can buy whatever the hell you want to buy, but my point is, this is my whole point. If there are some black businesses that have the exact same products as a white business, black people will go outside their neighborhood to spend their money just so they can brag to other people how much they paid for it. Same quality of stuff. Yeah. Same quality, the exact same products, but they go outside of their neighborhood to spend their money, which is stupid.
Well, I know psychologically, because I've been talking to different. This is just a point off topic. For a fact, I've been talking to different stylists. I'm thinking about doing a whole new different transformation with my hair.
Yeah.
And some of the prices I've been quoted, I'm like, to me, I'm getting price gouged.
Some people
from my own people.
Well, see.
So that's probably how a lot of people feel.
And that's
why would I give my dollars to this neighborhood person who's going to charge me $500 when I can go to another neighborhood and they're going to charge me $250? That's half a savings.
Well, see, and I'm getting to that. Mm-hmm. The reason why is because they look at it like this: it's my business. I can charge what I want.
They trying to get an economical growth in their bank account. Mm-hmm.
Well, see, I agree with you on that.
So why put that on me?
Well, see, I'm getting to that. Mm-hmm. All right. The reason why they do that is because they want to get rich too, but they want to get rich fast.
Right.
And that's the problem.
Exactly.
And that is the problem. Mm-hmm. They have to. They don't understand how to price things. They don't
understand. I think they know.
They don't. Trust me, they don't. If they did, because they want to understand that and understand how to price stuff, they wouldn't price it the way that it is. I give you a prime example. I use us as an example. Our t-shirt shop, our t-shirt company. Okay, I have another friend that's doing shirts too. Okay, I was looking at some of his shirts and he's charging like $25 for one shirt, just like this, one color.
That's price gouging to me.
Let me finish. Okay, he is not selling any shirts. He's not selling any shirts. Whereas me, my shirts are selling.
Right.
His ain't.
Right.
And the reason why I told him is because you are charging too much for that little one color shirt.
Yes, sir.
That's not going to work.
Nope.
You gotta put. If you want to charge $25 for a shirt, and I pulled out one of the ones that was just off the chain. One of my off the chain shirts, one of my signature series shirts, and I said, "Look, see that right there? I could charge $25 for that, but I'm only charging $18." And I'm still selling more shirts.
Let me see where my dollars is going.
See, he's trying to get rich off of this, and that's the problem.
Not off me.
You got to price your stuff. You got to be competitive in the market. Don't overprice your stuff.
And that's what people say. You're not gonna get rich off me charging $25 for a simple T-shirt.
There you go.
That's
exactly.
What I'm saying.
See,
so
they got to know how to
price
stuff. They don't know how to price stuff. They don't know how. That's the whole problem. See, before I started this right here, I did my research. Okay. And once I figured out what they were charging for, what was being charged for what, that's when I said, okay, this is how I'm going to do this. I'm going to offer this service right here. I'm going to charge this amount of money for this right here, and I bet I'll sell.
So you look for the price point median.
That's what you do. But oh man, okay, I'm gonna charge double that. They don't know how. They don't know how. That's the problem.
That's why we go to another neighborhood and get the same thing for less.
Exactly. That's the reason why. They don't know how. They don't know how to price things. And that's the problem.
But then don't get mad at me when your shelves are still covered and we go in the other neighborhood, their shelves are bare.
But you gotta be more competitive with your prices. I mean, you ain't got to price yourself completely out of the market.
Yeah.
But on the other side of the coin, you still want to make a profit, because I still, with all I calculate all this stuff with the price of the shirt, the price of the supplies, the price of the equipment, the labor. Hell, I'm making a profit.
Yeah.
I'm making a profit.
Yeah.
A pretty good one too.
Absolutely.
So you know, again, I knew what I was doing because I researched it.
So is it that you're not, okay, you are making a profit, but you're not in it trying to become rich. You're trying to get your creativity out there and also attributing to the masses of your culture.
Well, that, and I'm doing those things too. Mm-hmm. But at the other side of the coin, I don't want to just
price gouge.
I don't want to price gouge. I don't want to give my shit away for free either.
You are making a profit. You're not
I'm still making a profit. I'm still making a profit.
Right.
Now the goal is to work for myself. And we're way off subject now. But anyway.
Well, it's still kind of the same because it's like you said,
a tangible benefit.
Exactly.
Okay. So anyway, but that's the whole point. That's why you got to do your research. You just can't just say, I'm gonna just do this right here. I'm gonna get rich doing it. No, you're not gonna get rich doing it. Not in the first year. And that's the problem. They want to get rich in the first year. You can't do that.
No.
So it takes time. So you know. It was a slow process, but I finally started making a profit. Mm-hmm. That's what you do.
And that's
like any business.
A year or two for you?
Yeah, that's with any business. I don't care what you're doing, unless you're a drug dealer. But anyway.
Not the But then you know that's what I'm saying. Everything you just stated, on fire, bomb. I agree with. But then there's those ones who overprice. Like I said, the stylist that I've been talking to.
Right.
Now, do I tell her, you got me effed up?
No, just walk away and go somewhere else.
Or just walk away and go somewhere else.
Yeah,
but then if I know I love what she doing, I really think, and I want to try it, but here I am thinking financial-wise, you're not finna get no extra off of me. You're not doing no service to me.
Exactly. That's what you do.
I shouldn't have that mindset.
No.
But that's the first thing I heard when she quoted me her price.
Okay. Well, you know, sometimes you just gotta walk away.
And that's sad though, because I want to keep my money in the Mecca.
Exactly, you want to keep your money in the black neighborhood. Right. I agree with you on that, as you should. That's a beautiful thing.
Absolutely,
right
but then here she gave me a price that's astronomical.
Right.
And I'm like, excuse me, ma'am? Mm-hmm. And then she tried to, you can tell she must have got caught up because I asked her, what you say? And then she tried to explain, well, and then I do this, and I like, okay, well, let me get back with you. I politely got off the phone. Like my grandma say, bam, I hung up the phone. Uh-huh. But I didn't want to because I really wanted to use her services.
Right.
But then in the back of my mind, you ain't finna get no extra off of me. Mm-hmm. And somebody that's 2 streets off you do the same thing. So I don't know. Tangible benefit, we do need them. We need them to survive. We need them to maintain, but... Right. Well, at what cost though?
Well, and again, whenever someone starts a new business, and I hope everybody out there that's listening can hear this, do your research.
Okay.
Don't overprice. If you're selling a product, don't overprice yourself out the market, because people, that's one of the biggest problems with a lot of black businesses. They overprice themselves out the market.
Yeah.
Okay. So. Yeah.
And then they get mad at us.
Then they get mad at us if we don't patronize the business.
Exactly.
Well, stop charging an arm and a leg, and you won't have that problem. I understand you want to get a brand new BMW. Hell, I want one. But don't screw your own people just trying to get it. That's stupid.
I remember when I got my car. They do have a dealership in Houston.
Yeah.
That's black owned.
Yeah.
And they were like, why you didn't go to Houston and get your car? First of all, that's a 200-some mile trip.
Hello.
So just because it's black owned, I'm supposed to go out there and get it. Why? I mean, it would have been that, but I'm not in Houston.
Right.
I'm in Dallas.
Right.
So if it was one here in Dallas, of course I would have went and been like, yes, I would like to, you know. Because that's what I said. Some people just need to start holding people accountable for things that's kind of like outlandish.
I agree.
But back to Miss Katanji here. Okay. I feel like we need to give her a chance.
No, I agree with you.
To show.
I agree with you. Let's see what she's going to do.
Symbolically.
It's a symbolic gesture. That's pretty much what it is. It's symbolic. It's more symbolic than anything. It really is.
Because she hasn't had a chance to give us any tangible benefit.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, again, we got to see what her loyalties lie, because you know she is married to a white man.
Now what does that have to do with anything?
Nothing really, but I'm just saying, you know, most people, when they marry outside their race, they take on the ideologies of the people of that particular race. Case in point, Candace Owens.
Well, she's special.
No, go ahead and say it. She's cool.
She's a coon. She's not even a perfect example at all.
Yeah, I'm just saying. You know, they take on the ideology of the person they're with. They always do. It almost never fails. It almost never fails.
Are you talking about the female or the man?
Both.
Well, baby, let's use you. Did you?
No, I didn't. I mean, there's exceptions to every rule. I mean, nobody's gonna stop me from being black.
Okay.
I'm always gonna be pro-black. Ain't nobody gonna stop that shit.
Right.
I don't care what color you are. You could be green or pink polka dots. I don't give a damn. I'm gonna be black no matter what.
And you don't think she's still true of her convictions like that?
I don't know. That's the whole point. I don't know. So
but
like
you mentioned it though.
I know that. I'm just saying that's the whole point. I don't know I don't know where her loyalties lie. Don't know.
So.
We'll see. We just got to see. I don't know where her loyalties lie. I mean, we know where Clarence Thomas' loyalties lie.
Well, like I said, he's another special one. I think this is just, like I said, just reading her backstory, looking at her every day during this confirmation. I think she gets that she's the first black woman to go to hold this seat.
Yeah.
And I think she's going to hold this to the utmost that can be held up to.
Right.
And I think she will show us that she has fought hard for this position along the steps along the way, from her education to her work ethic to her family life, etc., etc.
Okay, I hope so too. But again, like I said, black people, let's not get caught up in the symbolic gesture. Let's not get caught up, and that's the whole point behind this particular podcast. Yeah. I don't want us as foundational black Americans to get caught up like we did with Barack Obama in the symbolic gesture of a black woman Supreme Court justice, because that's all it is. It's kind of like in that movie that we saw, Jesus and the Black Messiah.
Okay.
When in the beginning of the movie they were all getting all the warm and fuzzies because they named a college after Malcolm X.
True.
And Fred Hampton was like, nah, it's cool, but let's not get wrapped up in it. And that's what I'm trying to say right now. It's cool that she's getting in, but let's not get wrapped up in it. Let's see what's getting ready to happen. Let's just we got to see the bigger picture. Stop looking at the trees and pay attention to the forest.
Well, let me ask you this. Again, Barack Obama was in office for 2 terms. That's 8 years.
Yep.
The first 4 years, did you have that ideology?
Well, the first 4 years, I said, well, we're going to see what he's going to do. Let's check him out. Okay, 4 years went by.
So that's a symbolic gesture, right?
That's a symbolic gesture.
Okay.
I fell for it. I'd be the first to tell anybody.
Like you always say right there, you fell for the banana in the tailpipe.
I fell for the banana in the tailpipe.
And in the first 4 years, in the next 4 years.
In the next 4 years, I'm like, oh, hell. He did it again.
So the car blew up.
The engine blew out. Engine fell out. Transmission gone. All that.
Now, was this his first year in office? Or that third going to the 4th year? His first term?
Well, that first term, I said, okay, well, maybe he needs some time to get things together.
That's what I'm trying to get at. He needed time.
Okay, and then that second year came around. Still nothing.
Okay, that's what I said. 2 to 3 years for Miss Johnson here. Miss Jackson here.
I ain't got no problem with that. Again, like I said, let's not get wrapped up in the symbolism.
I'm not saying what made you feel like that for him. Let's talk about Barack. You said, okay, the second year. Okay, no. Okay, maybe the third year. So after that third year, you start looking at him like, okay, I don't think this is going to be what it is.
Right.
So by now he got half the banana in the tailpipe. So that 4th year hit, and he was beginning to run for another term. Did you was like, no, he don't need to run, or were you saying, okay, let's see if he gonna turn around this 4 years?
Yeah.
That's what I'm gonna ask you. Is that what you were thinking?
That's exactly what I was thinking, along with everybody else.
Okay, so you voted for him the first term.
First time, yeah.
Not the second time.
The second time too. I voted for him both times.
You
That's
did.
The whole point.
Okay.
Again, like I said, I fell for it, hook, line, and sinker, like most black people did.
Yeah.
I fell for it. Yeah. So with that being said, we can't get caught up in the symbolism, and that's pretty much what this is. This is more symbolic than anything. I mean, let's not get caught up in
not history, but symbolic.
Right. It's all symbolic.
Okay.
I mean, hell, naming a college after Malcolm X is historic.
Very.
But it was symbolic. It was a symbolism.
But don't you think it was time though? All the other schools, we need some schools too.
I agree with you on that point. I never said that we don't need schools. Yeah. But my point is this: don't get the warm and fuzzies just because somebody black is in a high position.
No, what I'm saying about naming schools after high-ranking political figures, doctors, lawyers.
Symbolic.
We should be proud of that.
I agree with you, but it's symbolic. I mean, should we be proud of it? Yes, by all means. But don't get caught up in it, is what I'm saying.
Caught up. I guess I'm stuck on that word caught up.
Yeah, because people, oh man, we got a college named after Malcolm X. Okay, cool. Well, okay, that's good. Well, that's a good thing. I agree with you. But on the other side of that coin, How's that going to benefit black people as a whole? It's a college named after somebody that, didn't go to college.
But he was a political figure that people admire.
I agree. So, again, like I said, that was more of a symbolic gesture than anything, just like this right here. We don't get wrapped up in the symbolism of it. Let's see what she's going to do to give us tangible benefits.
Okay.
That's my whole point.
And should there be a time frame?
I'm not going to say it's going to be a time frame. I mean, it could
just
be
watch
a year.
Everything she do.
Just watch. I mean, because think about this. Clarence Thomas has been there for 30 years.
Well, maybe he's coming. Maybe it's coming.
30 years?
Maybe 31 gonna be it.
Shit.
Maybe this 31 year is gonna rain down golden tickets for all of us in the 31st year.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
It takes people. Some people move like molasses.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe this he moving like no. Okay.
No. Nice try though.
Okay. Well, I hope so. Like I said, I was so proud to see, and I really wanted the other. I forgot her name, but I know part of her name was Michelle. I really wanted her, but if the way they treated Miss Jackson here, I wouldn't want anybody to go through that. But I was so proud the way she stood in her conviction, and when I saw her do that sister girl move, I was like, I think we might have a winner. But like you said, let's not get caught up.
Yeah.
Let's just wait.
Let's see what she gonna do.
And let's see what she gonna do. Yeah.
All right, you want to open these phone lines and see if we can get somebody to give us an opinion?
Absolutely.
Hold on, let me get these phone lines open.
You hear the number?
It's on the splash screen for those of you who want to call in.
And those who can't see, who just listening, the number is 469-638-3459. Again, that's 469-638-3459.
Yeah,
or you can send us a quick question or a quick
do it
in the chat room.
Do it in the chat if you want to. If you don't want to talk on the phone, do it in the chat.
Absolutely.
So, but anyway, but again, this is, I'm not knocking the sister. I'm not. I mean, I think it's a good thing. But let's just see what the sister gonna do, because again, like I said, because let's think about this. Thurgood Marshall was the first ever black Supreme Court justice.
Absolutely.
He did a shitload of stuff for black people.
Yeah, you're right.
And he did that. He started in. They hated Thurgood Marshall.
First, I think like second or third day in, right?
He started getting it in.
Yeah.
Yeah. Civil rights, let him have it. Okay, so he wasted no time. Now he didn't too much.
He didn't really knock down everything.
He didn't knock down everything at all. Oh, black people. Only thing he saw was black. Oh, okay, let him have it. They hated Thurgood Marshall. So, I'm not knocking Thurgood Marshall, because a lot of people don't know this about Thurgood Marshall. He was married to a Filipino woman. Okay. Now, with that said, every black Supreme Court justice we have ever had, including this lady, if she gets in, has never been married to someone of the same race.
Yeah.
Not that it's a bad thing. I mean, again, I could care less when somebody marries. You marry who you want to marry.
Absolutely.
I don't care.
Yeah.
But my point is, Thurgood Marshall's loyalties were with his people.
Yeah. But then, if I'm not mistaken,
I
have my clearances right, didn't Clarence go in there with the good intentions?
No.
When he was running and then he was trying to get confirmed and everything?
Clarence went in. When Clarence went in, he went in on the same. Well, when he was going in, they were trying to put him in to replace Thurgood Marshall, because I think he had retired or died long ago.
Right.
And
he was nominated because he had that same ideology, right?
No, he didn't. No,
well, we assumed he did.
No, we didn't assume. The only thing, black people knew what he was all about, because like when he was answering those questions, and then they tried not to get him in. The reason, and they tried to use their sister Anita Hill to say that he grabbed her booty, but remember that.
I'm still a little torn about that story, because again, like I said,
when I saw his wife, I'm like, nah.
When it happened, we gotta start screaming like an ambulance siren. They should hear you talking about it from here to Watusi.
Exactly.
Don't wait.
Don't wait. Don't wait.
And don't wait till now that he's running for a big political office.
Right.
I don't care if he was working fries at whoever. Tell somebody that person right there on those fries touched me.
Exactly.
Don't wait till he get, because people not gonna take you. So they're gonna say, she was doing it because he's trying to get up,
Right.
And I hate to say that, like I said, I am woman. Hear me roar. I love my women, no matter what color, but especially my black women. But when you do things like that, people don't take you seriously.
Now, I ain't gonna lie. I'm always grabbing her booty.
Yeah.
She walk by me, she gonna get her ass grabbed.
Yeah, that's why I feel like I need a heel. I feel like I need a heel sometimes. But nah, seriously, I don't know. I think when he first got in office,
he didn't do much.
I remember they during his confirmation, they kind of did some old
they tried
racist tone with him.
They tried.
Yeah, but then when he got in there, I guess they felt like,
he's one of them. He's one of them.
You're one of those. You're one of us.
Now you're one of those black people.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, I got you. Yeah.
And ever since he's been in office, it's been down.
He's been good ever since, man. He ain't had no problems, but and again, like I said, I don't want this to happen to this sister.
Absolutely, me neither.
I mean, because it's obvious that she's intelligent.
The purpose.
Yeah. I mean, it's obvious she's intelligent. I'm not taking anything from the sister.
For lack of better words, God forgive for saying, but I'm gonna go ahead and say it this way: she's gonna be another sea filler.
You think so?
If you go in there talking like you are talking now, and not trying, if you try, cause like this is where me and you differ about Barack. I seen the different bills and affirmations and I'm gonna get in there and do my due diligence. He tried to do, but they shot him down just like them braces on Wonder Woman arm. Every time he ping, they shot him down.
Well, see, here's the thing. Here's the thing.
Let me say this though. Okay. Even everything he did bring to the table, they shot him down. What could he do? The Congress shot him down. It's up to Congress to make it go to fruition. So what could he have done?
But here's the thing. Donald Trump did some outlandish shit. Well, they couldn't stop him. Well, he put the shit through anyway.
He's a Republican.
Yeah, good point. But and white. Yeah,
they checked out his box. Check.
He's Republican and white. Yeah, he got a point. But anyway, I mean, that's just my view on President Obama. I mean,
and that's what I'm saying about her. I hope that. Well, she's the Supreme Court. She's not in Congress. She's higher. Right. So I'm hoping when that comes across her desk, and knows how many of us, it's 9 of them.
I think so.
And they sit up there, she fight. Just don't check out because everybody else is checking off. No. I hope she be one of the ones that stand her true conviction.
It has to be. Yes, that's the thing about the Supreme Court. Mm-hmm. It has to be unanimous.
True. That's what I'm saying. I hope she the one to say, no, I don't agree. Mm-hmm. And they have to go back in and revisit until they come to a final total.
Right. It has to be unanimous.
Correct.
It has to be unanimous.
And I hope she puts up a good fight. She just don't check the box. Be like, okay, everybody else said, okay, I'm gonna check the box too. Because in my heart of heart, I feel like Clarence Thomas do that a lot.
Oh, Clarence Thomas don't give a damn about black people.
A whole lot.
Clarence Thomas don't give a damn about black people. He, like I said, he's one of the ones that said black people don't need reparations.
I was so confused. True, that's unbelievable because I don't know where he come from.
Well, he's from that black elite class. From. Well, he's one of those
his whole family ain't never been elite all his life.
I agree with you on that. He got some poor folks in his family.
I feel like he got some poor people in his family.
He got some poor folks in his family.
Your mindset, you not think about your ancestors at all.
Exactly. That's my whole point, and that's what I'm getting at. I mean, I hope this sister don't turn out to be Clarence Thomas in a lace front. True. That's what I hope.
Oh, not a lace front. She has dreads. Thank you.
Well, okay, but still, I don't want her to be Clarence Thomas with acrylic nails. Is what I'm saying. I don't want that to happen.
I see what you're saying. Yeah.
So that's what I don't want. Yeah. I mean, if she turns out to be another Clarence Thomas, then hey y'all, I tried to warn you. But like I said, again. Don't get the woman fuzzies because of the symbolic gesture. Because the only reason why Joe Biden is doing this because he has lost favor with black people, and he has.
You think this is going to increase it?
That's what he's hoping. That's what he's hoping.
What do you think, then?
If black people are smart and stay on code, no. So, but we'll see.
I'll tell her to turn, but I hope she do her due diligence, and
I hope I wish the sister well.
That stand firm and make them think. No, we're gonna look at it from this perspective, and let them tell her why it cannot be confirmed. Right. In the essence of whatever we are putting across the table.
I wish the sister well, man. I mean, I don't wish no bad on nobody. I wish her well.
Absolutely.
But like I said, we'll see where her loyalties lie once this is all said and done.
Yeah. I'm gonna hold true to my conviction. I said the same thing about Kamala. But then you see she came across the other day when she was talking about the HBCUs and the bomb threats. I mean, I know that was one out of many. But I'm gonna say that the sister, Miss Jackson, Judge Jackson, would will do her due diligence to see how prestigious this nomination for her is, first and foremost, and secondly, that it's time.
Yeah,
it's time.
Oh, I agree with you. It's time for a black woman to be in that position. I mean
for us to start getting what we are due. Reparations,
that's been time.
Equal billing.
Oh, that's been time.
Treated the same with the police.
Yeah.
Everything. I hope she would be one to one. Be like, you know what? We've been dodging these bullets for many years, Clarence, and now it's time for us to. Let's really open our eyes and see these people are not presenting these same bills over and over every year for nothing. And I hope she's one of the ones that make them open their eyes, even though all of them are pretty old that sits on that court.
Oh my God, yeah. I mean, think about this. Think about how long it took for Sandra O'Connor to finally get her old ass off of that.
And Ruth, God rest her soul, she probably was still there. She didn't pass away.
She would be. She was
and
still
I'm surprised this one that's retiring, he getting out there. So I'm thinking to me, this just me talking with my melanated thought. He probably thinking, I'm tired of this song and dance. This is ridiculous. And he probably feel like in his heart of heart, things need to change.
Yeah.
And so they probably fought. He probably one of the ones that probably put up a good fight. Yeah. And they probably feel like, you know what, I'm done.
Yeah.
I'm gone.
Probably so, man.
So hopefully she'll step in her head that same mindset and keep that fight going. And like I said, it's time for everything that has been said and done and hoped for and prayed for and wished for and needed. Maybe she'll just be that one and sort, like I said, check off the yeses instead of all the no's.
I hope so, man. I hope so. Yeah. I hope so, man. Like again,
because she's young and she can go in there with a fresh eye to help them older ones see.
Yeah,
that's how it was when you were. You know what I'm saying? This is how it needs to be now. These laws need to be changed. Nothing can remain the same.
It's a lot of laws on the book that are so archaic,
that's why I said
man.
It needs to be changed.
It really is. I mean, there are so many laws out there that are old laws,
antiquated,
very antiquated.
Time. It was a different time when those laws was made. It's a whole new day now.
Right, exactly. Hopefully we get some of that stuff repealed, but it is what it is.
Maybe she can show them to the light. Guide them to the light, Sister Jackson.
Guide them to the light, man. Shit.
Guide them to the light. So, like I said, I didn't understand the show topic at first, but now when you explain it to me, I said, okay, I see what you're saying. But let's give about We'll give us some time, man. Years.
We'll give us some time. I mean, I'm not going to say that she needs to be making big leaps and bounds like Thurgood Marshall did.
And I put in my I had like little journals. I'm be watching her. I'm gonna try to like I'm keeping up with Come. Every time I see it come, I'll write it down and look at it. Cause I want to see if she.
I bet you're looking at her like, oh man.
When I was like, yes, Chucks and Taylors, yes. Cause everybody know I love my Chucks and my pearls.
And then when she got in,
got in there, I was like, oh no.
You're like, damn. You're like, man, shut up. You're probably looking at her like, please shut up.
Exactly. And I'm like,
why are you talking? Just sit down and shut up.
You're not the same no more. She just looks so, I don't know. She just don't even look the same.
I kept telling people. She is not who she says she is. Yeah. I have had several arguments on my Facebook feed.
You know, like in those movies where the people having like take for instance Big Mama, how they made him that man and then he'll rip it off. Yeah. That's how I feel like she did for me.
That's exactly what she did.
She had this one mask on.
That's exactly what she did. Because think about this. Throughout her whole career, she was never the first black anything.
Right.
She was always the first Indian American this. She was always the first Indian American that.
But when she was running, she was the first black.
Oh, she was black everything. She was blacker than black. She was blacker than me. If that tells you anything.
You're blacker than me and I'm blacker than you. Oh yeah. That's why I feel deceived toward her. That's why I said I've been watching her. Every time I see something, thinking, okay, maybe this gonna be it.
No,
that ain't it. No. Like Cat Williams, trying shit. That ain't it. Trying shit.
No,
that ain't it. So when I saw her do this press conference about the HBCU, I said, oh, finally. Okay, maybe her. Like I said, it's gonna take Clarence Thomas 31 years. This is what their second year. Maybe she's about to get started. Mm-hmm. Maybe her pilot light done came on. Maybe this is it. You think?
I doubt it. Again, it's like I said. I mean, think about this. It's midterm elections right now.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a lot of seats that the Democrats are going to lose if things go south. Which is why I keep saying that.
Yeah.
So that's why I keep on saying that this right here is a symbolic gesture trying to get the black vote, and that's exactly what he's trying to do. He's trying to get that black vote. Now, if he gets the black vote, the Democrats will get those seats back because most black people vote Democrat anyway. I vote. You know, I vote black. I don't vote Democrat. I vote black.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, I look at it like this: you ain't helping black people, fuck you. Yeah. You know, that's just me.
That's a good sign, but okay.
Yeah. So yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
But anyway, that's what this is. It's a jack move for Joe Biden to get those black votes back. That's all it is.
And I hope he do, because like I said, he has let quite a few people down.
A whole bunch of people. And on top of that, he's going to let a whole bunch of those Ukrainian refugees come here, and that's going to undermine black people even more.
100,000.
Oh, it's going to be more than that before you know.
So far, he signed for 100,000. I said if he did 100,000, he probably going to triple that within the next month.
Hell yeah!
By the end of April, it's probably going to be close to 500,000.
Because think about this now, and I wasn't going to say this on the show, but I'm going to go ahead and say it. Okay, he's letting those 100,000 refugees come to the United States. When those Haitians were having problems over there, he was gassing up the plane.
No, Joe, no.
What did he do? He got them on the plane. So for hell, he said,
"Take get out of here."
Yeah, he was gassing up the damn plane.
He was driving the plane.
Exactly.
All aboard!
Come on.
Yeah, he was.
So
Yeah.
People gotta look at that too.
But see, I think he did that because at that time he didn't understand fully what Haitians.
No,
I saw him explain something like that. Like he apologized.
He was white splaining.
Yeah,
they're gonna white splain.
He apologized.
They're gonna
he said he shouldn't have done that. But at that time, he was briefed on it that they was like coming here to do something like malicious, like drug dealing and
bullshit. Come on,
child sex trafficking and what is it?
Y'all believe that?
Where you sell women? What is that? Oh, you know what I'm talking about.
Pretty much.
That's what he said he was briefed on.
Yeah.
Sex slaves, yes. Yeah. That's what he said he was briefed on. That's what they was coming to do.
Oh, come on.
And that's why he hurried up and got that
out of
here. He said we didn't need that in our country.
That's
and
bullshit.
That's why he explained. He apologized.
No, that's bullshit.
You don't believe that?
No, I don't believe that. I don't believe that.
Why you think he let them go?
Let me tell you something. If anybody believes that bullshit, I got some beachfront property off the island of Chlamydia I need to sell y'all.
Okay.
I'm just saying.
Okay. But why do you think he did that? Why do you think he did that to the Haitians and not to the Ukrainians?
Too many niggas. Too many black people. He is. I mean, because those Haitians wasn't white. If they were white, they would still be here. I can promise you that. I would guarantee it. And there wouldn't have been no sex trafficking shit, bullshit lie either. That's, because Haitians don't sex traffic. White people do. Yeah. All the time. Yeah. But, that's just me.
Hey, your argument is valid.
All right, then.
Your argument is valid.
So,
But at least he did apologize. At least he said he should have got to know it himself. And he apologized. So maybe now when we have an outbreak or something and 200,000 Africans have to come over here, he will let it happen.
He ain't gonna let it happen.
You don't think so?
No. I can't see that happening at all. I mean, if it does happen, I'm wrong. Hey, it is what it is. I'm human. I'm allowed to be wrong. Yeah. So, but I can't see it happen. Well, I just can't see it happen.
Again, I agree with you. I'm not quite sold on reparations, but I do feel that we all need to be on the same playing field.
I agree.
Because I don't think nobody is no better than race is no better than the other.
I agree with you on that 100%. But like I said, the racial wealth gap is big between us and everybody else. Right. And I mean, 1/2 of 1%, that's not a lot. People. That's nothing. I mean, granted, people keep on saying that black people are running corporate businesses and own corporate businesses. True enough.
True.
But for every one white one, for every one black one, there's about 100 white ones.
To 1,000.
Or maybe 1,000. Yeah. But like I said, we don't own very many businesses.
Well, I must admit though, during pandemic, there have been quite a few ethnic businesses.
Oh yeah, no doubt about it. And that's the way it should be. A lot
of people walked off of corporate jobs.
Oh yes.
To start those businesses. So
I mean, look at me. I was about to.
Maybe exactly. You're a perfect example.
Yeah.
And maybe if they do another census, they will see that maybe that number has risen. I'm thinking it has risen.
I don't think it has, but I mean, it's still in the same part. It's still in the same part.
Maybe 2 now.
No.
Like I said, it's quite a few people started their business.
Oh yeah, I agree with you on that. But and
they're still thriving now, which is very successful.
That's a really good thing. Yeah. That's a really good thing. So,
but we will see.
Yeah. Well, no calls. I hate that.
Is the show too early now? We're trying to get a time where people can call in.
To where people can call in. So I guess we'll try to adjust a little bit. I guess we'll start an hour later if you want.
We go back to 6.
Go to 6.
Okay.
And we'll try it then.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll try it because we don't have any calls, and that's okay.
Yeah,
that's all right. We'll get it adjusted, y'all, so y'all can call into the show because we, want to hear your opinions on some of this stuff. This would have been a good one for everybody.
Yeah, because I'm sure everybody got some different thoughts on that.
Oh yeah, no doubt about it. Especially less
tangible benefits.
But especially that's the only thing about it. But well, I guess we can wrap it up.
Well, don't forget to subscribe.
Hit that like button.
Hit that notification button. Tell a friend.
No doubt.
And
because here lately, within the next, I want to say next week or two, we're going to go on a big promotion campaign. We got cards. We can hand those out. We're going to put up some flyers. And hopefully get some more people to log into the show.
Right.
And explain to some people what the show is all about. And hopefully get some more people listening.
Right.
Again, like my wife said, tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend, and we can.
Word of mouth is the best.
Word of mouth is the best.
The best advertising you can ever have.
The best.
Marketing off the chain with that tongue.
No doubt. But anyway, we're gonna wrap the show up, y'all.
All right.
And
good topic, dear.
Very really good topic. Really
very
good topic. Good conversation.
Topic.
Oh yeah.
Made me reach back into the little bit of tiny bit of my brain that ain't fried.
Your brain ain't fried, baby.
Sometimes I feel like it. From 8:30 to 5.
Hey.
My brain look like a burnt piece of.
I know it, man. That's everybody's brain when they're working, man. That's everybody's brain. Mine is too. Because you know what I do. My brain is, man. She can tell you, man. A lot of times when I come here, I just come here and go to sleep.
Yeah. Sit down, wind down, eat, go to sleep.
That's it.
Hello. I am here.
Well,
I'm not too far behind you, though.
No, she's not. She's not. She's the same as that.
I had a friend. We had a debate about that. I said, just because you walk a warehouse all day, and just because I sit in a trailer, my brain works 24/7, just like your legs do.
Thank you very much.
So my mind fried.
Thank you very much.
And working 2 screens, sometimes 3 when I open up my laptop.
Heck yeah.
Come on now.
I know what you ain't gotta tell me.
Don't let me get on my soapbox about my brain.
But on that note, y'all, I'm gonna go ahead and get off of here so I can grab my wife's booty again.
Oh Lord. Pray for me. Somebody call BLM, please. No, seriously, I like it.
Hey. Anyway, y'all. Damn.
Go end a very thought-provoking show on a.
No doubt. I'm sorry. I had to. I had to. I'm sorry. I couldn't help it.
Like it.
I had to. I'm sorry. Anyway, I'm Reggie.
And I am Mimi the Lady Parker.
And we out.
Bye.